Hi everyone, so today I'm going to film my 30 and 31 week pregnancy update. I'm officially 31 weeks and 4 days pregnant, so yeah, not long at all. I missed last week's pregnancy vlog because I was just super busy. I had the baby shower and my nan and granddad were over from Ireland, and I'm having a Braxton Hicks at the moment. Oh, it's really tight. So I've got quite a lot to cover because I've missed 2 weeks. I've had a midwife appointment and we also had a 3D scan, which was really exciting. Okay, so I'm going to talk about my symptoms first. Symptoms for the last 2 weeks, there haven't been anything major. What she was doing then. But probably the number one was heartburn, and I'm still getting it every single day since 2 weeks ago. I'm taking Rennie. I haven't tried Gaviscon yet, but at the moment I'm taking Rennie, and it's usually before I go to bed. When I'm relaxing in bed it kicks in. It's just awful, like I can't sleep at night or anything. And I drink a lot of water as well, and even last night after my dinner I think I had, what did I have? Roast chicken and mash with Yorkshires, and that gave me really bad heartburn. So heartburn has not been too good at the moment. I've heard little myths about heartburn. If you get it quite bad, that means your baby's got loads of hair. And at the 3D scan she did say that she could see that the baby had quite a bit of hair, so I don't know if they're true, but she has got quite a bit of hair. The next is Braxton Hicks. Again, there's not a day that goes by where I don't have Braxton Hicks, and they're getting quite uncomfortable now because I'm just getting huge. They get really tight, and yeah. I usually get them during the day now. I used to get them in the evening, but they're more coming like during the day when I'm doing stuff, and when I'm quite active. Backache, I've been getting a few backaches now and then, nothing too kind of concerning, but if I spend a good hour cleaning then my back will be killing me and I'll have to kind of just rest and take it easy, but you know, that's quite common because of all the weight and pressure you're carrying. Next one, I can't stop eating. I literally, from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed, I'm just constantly thinking about food and my next meal, and even I will even wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get myself something to eat. Whether it's just crackers or something like that, I'm just always hungry. Next is nesting. I've probably been nesting since I found out I was pregnant. I'm quite a super organised person. I'm kind of a perfectionist, which is not also the greatest thing to have, but yeah, I've been nesting big time this week ever since the baby shower ended. And obviously we got given loads and loads of gifts. If you haven't seen the baby shower haul, then I'll link it here. But I've just been wanting to put like everything away in its own place, and I've done quite a lot of washing at the moment. I haven't got a lot of washing to do now, so that's quite good. But yeah, nesting is like really major at the moment. Okay, we had a 3D scan, I think it's last Thursday. I did kind of vlog that day. We couldn't actually film inside when we were getting the scan done because we didn't buy the DVD, and it's kind of, you know, cheating. Paul managed to get a tiny bit of it, but it weren't very clear. But it was absolutely amazing. I'd really recommend, if anyone's thinking of doing a 3D, 4D scan, to definitely do it because it's definitely worth the money. It is pretty pricey. Our package was, I think it was £120, You get a CD with photos, a fridge magnet, a report, but yeah, we didn't get the DVD. But yeah, it was really good. Like I said she could see kind of like fuzzy bits around her head, and that's obviously hair, so that's really, really exciting that she's got some hair. And at that present time she weighed 3 pounds and 6 ounces, which is just incredible. Like she was going to be 31 weeks the day after, but she's getting really, really big. So yeah, they said the measurements are all in normal range, which is good. And if you haven't checked out the photos from the baby shower, the 3D scan, I'll link the video here as well. But I have got, where are they? I've got one here. I don't know if you can see, but she's like smiling there. And then there's one of her yawning. This is my favourite one. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. She was in a good position when we first started to scan, and then she got a bit awkward and started kind of putting her hands up to her face and turning over and stuff, so it was pretty awkward. We were there for quite a long time. That's our CD as well, and the photos on it. So yeah, I had to empty my bladder, and she said she was also laying very, very low on my right hand side. So on my right hand side, her head is like here, and her bum is like all the way up here, and I can feel it when especially when I have my Braxton Hicks, I can feel her bum or her back, and it's really, really kind of uncomfortable. So yeah, she said she's laying very low, which is a good thing. So yeah, that was quite good. And I had a midwife appointment on Friday just gone, which was all about my blood test results from 3 weeks before that. I was low on iron, but they've just given me some tablets to take, which I had a bit of a mare, as Paul would say. My doctors, I've mentioned them many times before, but they are absolutely useless. She said, come back on Monday to the doctor's surgery and pick up your prescription, it'll be ready. So I was like, okay, no problem. And I left work early on Monday to go to the doctor's to pick up my prescription. And first of all, there was no one at the desk for a good 10 minutes. And some lady walked in, and she was just really, really rude, and she weren't very helpful. I said, like, is there anyone here to like help me, basically? And she was like, oh, they're nothing to do with me, that side. You know, I don't deal with that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, she was just really, really moody. Anyway, so I managed to get someone, and they were looking and looking and looking, and they were like, what's your name, what's your name? And basically the prescription wasn't ready, and I was a bit pissed off about it, because they said, you know, why tell me to come in Monday and it will be all ready for you when it's obviously not ready. And it was still in the box where you fill out what you need, and then you put it in the kind of like, it's like a little post box thing. So they didn't even, like, you know, look at it or anything. It was still in the box since that Friday. So they were like, oh, come back tomorrow, it'll be ready. And Paul was waiting in the van at the time, so I went out of the doctor's surgery and told Paul, and he went really, really mad. And so he should, really. They're just really rubbish at their job, like really rubbish. Anyway, so he went in and he was like, she needs these tablets, she's low on iron, blah blah blah, I'm not leaving until you do me a prescription. And they were giving him kind of, you know, answers back, being really miserable and moody. But we managed to get the prescription in the end. So I picked up the tablets on the same day. But yeah, I'm just sorry if I rambled on them, but that really annoyed me. So I'm taking, they begin with F, I'm not sure what they're called, Phoenix or something, but I'm taking them just because of my iron levels. But she said apart from that everything's fine. The baby is still measuring a week ahead, and she said as well, the midwife, that she's very low but she's not engaged yet. So what else did she say? Oh yeah, and then she sat me down and said for the next appointment, which is on the 27th, so the end of this month, she said, you know, have a good think about your birth plan and what you want on your birth plan. So next time we can discuss it and go over it. I kind of know what I want. I have written out a birth plan, so if you want to see a video then let me know. But I honestly thought I'd need a C-section, just because of things that I've heard. My mum had 2 emergency C-sections, and I just thought because I'm so petite and I'm so small, and obviously I've got small hips and everything, that I wouldn't be able to give birth naturally. But my midwife was like, no, she was like, you don't need a cesarean, you only need a cesarean if something's wrong with the baby or the baby's breech or all these other reasons. But she said I'm the perfect candidate to have a natural labour. So that really kind of reassured me a bit, and I've kind of changed my mind. I really thought I'd have to have like a planned cesarean, which if they do turn around to me and say, okay, your baby's measuring quite big, or your baby's breech and you need cesarean, I will be absolutely fine with it. But yeah, so my mind's just kind of gone, I was just constantly thinking like C-section and C-section, C-section, and focusing on that when really I can actually have a natural labour. So she said because my pregnancy is going so well and there's no kind of complications or anything, I can actually do it. So yeah, that's kind of made me very scared but kind of excited. So my birth plan is completely changed. Obviously, like I said, if I do need a C-section in weeks to come, then I will take C-section. But let me know in the comments below if you're petite. I'm only 5'1", if you've, you know, had C-sections or you've done it naturally, because it's just making me a bit like paranoid. So yeah, apart from that, so I've done the birth plan. I'm having plenty of movements. She's constantly moving. I think I felt her hiccup the other day. She was just, there was like little bubbles but constantly. So I think they were hiccups, and like I said, her bum is like literally here, like under my boobs, and it can get really uncomfortable at times, and sometimes Paul has to kind of move her around. So yeah, also Paul like touches my belly quite a lot, and especially when he comes in from work at like 3 o'clock in the morning, he'll just like rub my stomach and talk to her, and then she's awake. She's like kicking, and like I'm like, oh, she was sleeping. Okay, so that's basically everything. Like I said, not much major has happened. Just low on iron probably is the main thing. So yeah, if you want to see a video about me talking about my birth plan, then let me know, but obviously that might not go to plan. Also, I've packed her hospital bag. She's got everything she needs for the hospital now. It's all washed and everything, but I think I've overpacked, so when I do film that video, I know people are going to be like, oh my god, you're bringing way too much, blah blah blah, but I just can't help it. Like, it's my first baby and I want to be prepared and organised. Also, we live literally 5 minutes from the hospital. Like, if I walk over the road, the hospital's there. So it's like a 2-minute drive and a 5-minute walk. So if I do run out of anything, Paul can always come back here. So that's really, really handy. My hospital bag is 90% done. I still have to get a few more things and then I'll film that. So the baby's hospital bag will probably be filmed first. So yeah, and also the nursery is completed, so if you want to check out the nursery tour, I will link it here. But we have everything for her now, so that's really exciting. And I'm going to show you my baby bump for 31 weeks and 4 days. Okay, so this is my bump with my top on. And then the belly, and I think she has dropped a bit. My belly's definitely getting lower and lower.